Well, everybody thinks silver's like in the doldrums right now, and in a way it is. And it's going to get back in fashion again. By the way, this is the only bikini that, since it's silver, you use metal polish. You don't wash it. You have to buff it out with some metal polish, and I'd be a volunteer for the buffer. But anyway, as far as silver goes, I think, it's going to unexpectedly take off. Like in the summer, last summer, it was very much in the doldrums, and guess what happened? Wham! And everybody gets all excited, and then it just sits flat again, which is like almost I could take, a lot of the silver people as, do the opposite of what they say, except the overall strategy, because it is going to go up. But I want to point out something else. This is a map, right? And if you bring it out a little bit, here's Japan, here's Okinawa. This is Okinawa Island, the Ryukyu Island chain. This all up here is Japan. You have Kagoshima and Tokyo, Nagoya. So, actually, if you're looking at this map, now the reason I'm pointing this out, because I think this is going to come up really hard with future events. This is the Ryukyu Island chain, and here's Taiwan, right? See this island right here? Senkaku? It's part of Japan. It's been part of Japan for a long time. This is what China is claiming is theirs because there's a lot of natural gas there and a lot of oil. And, the United States is going to defend this. But you know what? As far as the global plan, man, I smell something rotten coming up. And, this whole deal with gun control, I know I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent, but, if something happens to the U.S. military and there's problems domestically, just like Henry Kissinger said, the domestic problems are going to be helped, quote unquote, by foreigners, the UN and all this type of stuff that actually don't give a damn about Americans. So if you have physical silver, right? Physical silver, you need a physical gun. You need a physical gun, despite whatever's coming up. Okay? So, I just want to drive that point home. Also, this thing with the Chinese, talking about, they can knock out the ships with the missile technology, missile technology. You got to remember, during the Clinton administration, that was missile technology went over to China for campaign contributions. That wasn't just a rumor. That actually happened. And, the little communist bureaucracy in the green uniform, they just, don't give a shit. So, I'm going to point that out again, though, but, it's not I can know what I can do about it. But, tell you what, if you're in the physical silver, make sure you have a physical gun. And this is brother Syyenergy7 telling you this. Peace, brothers. And kill your enemies good, That's all I got to say. So, because some of these pacifists out there, they got to go freaking, they got to jump off a cliff because they're wrong about this stuff big time. But it looks like silver's sitting pretty flat, and, it's up to 32 right now. Yesterday, just last week it was down to 31, and just before that, people were predicting 22, 15, dropping way down. It doesn't look it. Because the physical buying is going hot and heavy. Just like I said before, they're buying coins in record amounts. Yeah, you could still buy them, but there's a lot of physical buying going on. So, but what's going to happen? I'm going to tell you right now for the future. They're going to tax the hell out of this stuff. It's like if this goes way the hell up to like several $100s an ounce or some garbage like that, they're going to tax the hell out of it. And, I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like if we want things straightened out, we almost need a revolution. We actually do. Really, that's what we do. But it's got to be a smart one. Because, it can't be chaos because it's got to be smart. And I know a lot of people out there into conspiracy theories and stuff, boy, they get off on real way out there tangents about aliens and lizards and numerology and all this other garbage. But it's like reality is the powers that be want more power and they want to screw you over more. So, hey, make sure you, besides if stacking, if you don't have a gun, buy a gun. Buy a gun. Peace, brother. This is brother Syyenergy7 still giving you that advice, The Christian advice is buy a gun. You need to defend yourself. And if you don't have alternate transportation, like backup transportation, like a bicycle, I want to tell you to buy that too, besides physical silver. If you don't have a bicycle, you might have, this lady, she's got some super legs from freaking riding this thing for 20 hours a day. But it's still, if you maybe not going to ride it that much, but you know what? You need it for backup transportation. So silver, pretty much buying physical silver actually is a financial strategy for catastrophic, implosion of the financial system. That's why you're buying physical silver. It's like an insurance policy. But if there's a catastrophic implosion of the system, financial system, that's going to be because there's going to be a war going on and everything else. So you got to have food, you got to have transportation, and you got to have protection, which is guns. So right now, I know we had the Sandy Hook shooting, and it's my opinion as they're done by pros, and I know some people are disagreeing with that, but I just want to put it to this way. If you still don't believe about Building 7 going down by its, if it was blown up on purpose and it was all planned with the World Trade Center because Building 7 is basically the deal. If they kill 3,000 people like nothing and blow up buildings in the middle of New York, you think they can't use pros to kill kids in Sandy Hook? I think they would, right? I mean, there's probably children killed in in the World Trade Center too, right? I mean, all ages, right? Then it led to a genocidal war in Iraq, right? So you think they can't do that? The next genocide is going to be against the American people. So, for all you silver holders, you better think over an overall thing. You got to have backup transportation. One is I recommend a bicycle. Number two, it looks like there's a war heating up with Japan. Between Japan and China. Actually, it's China's being the aggressor. And in this case, I know it wasn't the case before, but in this case now, it wasn't the case 60 years ago, but it is now. And, that's going to lead to probably the U.S. military having major problems and maybe major losses, which might be a lot of domestic confusion over here. So, they might bring in troops from the outside to instill peace in the United States. So, if you want to keep your silver and you want to keep your rights and your Bill of Rights and everything like that, and your ability to wear bikinis and not be, Muslim, force a Muslim law over here like Obama wants to do or something. I don't think he's for that type of stuff. But, make sure you have the weapons to protect yourself. Make sure you have backup transportation like a bicycle. Make sure you have food stored. Not only silver. So it's actually like you're going to have to go wholly like survivalist. And actually the mainstream American is going to have to be somewhat survivalist. But, just as a keynote to that stuff in the end, if you're going to be a survivalist, just don't worry about running up to the hills. Just stay chill, stay where you're at, stay put. And work with other people. That's the way to think. That's the way to be. So, but anyway, as far as silver, if any kind of war starts to break out, you're going to see gold fly through the roof because it always does during times of heated tension and war and uncertainty. Oil goes way up, and then silver goes way up. So, silver's actually, war is actually going to be very bullish for the metals, but, overall, if you want to keep those metals, make sure you have a gun, make sure you have enough food, make sure you have backup transportation. I always recommend a bicycle. And, if you ride it like this woman, 20 hours a day, you're going to have legs like her. And she's got some serious legs there, right? Thighs and butt and everything. But that's what it does for you, too. A lot of people, it's not just a survival thing. It's something that you can actually use to get in shape. And, the high dollar exercise machines aren't actually even as good as a bicycle, to tell you the truth. Bicycle's one of the best damn things going. I tell you, I'm a real big believer in it. Saves you a lot of money, too. And so, it's part of the Silver Survival Update. This is from Brother Syyenergy7, and over and out.